the girl who faced emotional and verbal abuse, how I overcame family bullying and emotional manipulation. Part 1. I am Candy, and this is the story of how I lost everything, but found myself. I don't know who needs to hear this tonight, but maybe it's you, the girl who once had everything, and then watched it all slip through her fingers. The girl who stayed, even when everyone else walked away. The girl who smiled through the tears, hoping no one would notice her heart breaking. The girl who truly believed that love could fix everything, but it didn't. This isn't just another sad story. This is about a girl like me. Maybe it's about a girl like you. Childhood and family. I'm a Cancer. Sensitive, loyal, emotional. The classic water sign. The girl who feels everything. I was born into a life that looked perfect from the outside. Money was never a problem. I lived in beautiful homes, went to prestigious schools, wore the right clothes. To the world, I had it all. But even as a little girl, I knew something was missing. No matter how kind, gentle, or loving I tried to be, I was always misunderstood, especially by the people who were supposed to love me the most. Especially by other women. I could be standing in a room full of people and still feel completely alone. Dreams and destiny. I was the girl who read horoscopes like holy scripture, obsessed with zodiac signs, birth charts, life paths, trying to find some clue in the stars about who I was meant to be. Maybe if I could understand my destiny, could control it, shape it, own it. I studied hard, graduated with a master's degree in business science in Switzerland. I had dreams, big ones. I wanted to build a life abroad, make my family proud, make myself proud. But then, life happened. Failure and heartbreak. In February 2020, I had just completed an internship in Switzerland. I was 26. The world shut down. COVID hit. I had to make a choice. Stay with my dreams, or return home to take care of my family and pets. I chose them. I thought, maybe if I sacrificed everything, maybe if I put everyone else first, they would finally see me, appreciate me, love me. But they didn't. In fact, that's when the real heartbreak began. The world shut down, and so did mine. I made a quick decision. I would go back home to take care of my family and our pet. What I didn't know was I wasn't going back to safety. I was walking into the hardest chapter of my life. At home, we're a big family. 6 of us, my parents, my 3 younger brothers, and me, the eldest daughter. I've always had some general knowledge about health and medicine. When I saw my parents struggling with high blood pressure and obesity, I wanted to help. I started learning more about nutrition, what foods heal, and what harm. I planned our meals, managed ingredients, not to control, but to care. But my mom didn't see it that way. She loves fried food, rice, sweetened drinks, all the things that made her feel good in the moment. To her, I was trying to control her. She didn't like it. She didn't like me. In fact, she never really has. Since I was a little girl, she's disliked my personality. Too independent, too opinionated, too different. I was never clever in the way she wanted. I always followed my heart. I never hurt anyone, but to her, that wasn't enough. She began attacking me personally, bringing up things from decades ago, accusing me, mocking me, calling me useless. No matter what I did, she was always right. She was always the smart mother. And I, just a naive, low-standard girl. What hurt even more was how she acted in front of my brothers. She made herself the hero and turned them into her army. They watched her bully me, and then they started doing it too. The respect I once had as their older sister was gone. They mocked me, questioned me, blamed me. But there's one moment I'll never forget. One of my brothers pointed his finger right at me and said, "Have you ever felt ashamed for being a stay-at-home daughter? Do you know how useless you are? People your age are earning money, you're nothing." Those words cut deeper than anything I'd ever felt. It was like the floor beneath me vanished. I had nothing, no support, no voice, no worth in their eyes. I felt like I didn't belong in my own home. More than once, I wondered if life was even worth it. I thought, maybe dying would be easier. Maybe it would finally stop the pain. But something inside me whispered no. You are not what they say. You are more than this house. More than their words. More than their silence. So I started slowly rebuilding myself. Not for them. For me. I read, I learned, I journaled, I healed. I cried, but I kept going. For the first time, I stopped trying to earn their love. I started giving it to myself. They may never understand me. They may never apologize. But that doesn't define me anymore. I lost everything. But in that loss, I found something greater. I found myself. To be continued. Hit subscribe for more real-life stories of healing and strength, because you deserve to hear these stories that inspire and empower. Ever felt invisible or unloved? Trust me, you're not alone. This is your sign to choose yourself. Stay tuned for the next chapter of this journey.